Hello, everyone, and welcome to Literary Time Travel Podcast, where we travel through time to meet some of the greatest writers in history. I'm your host, Ruizel Medina Monterrosa, and today we have an extraordinary guest. He is one of the most influential authors of the 20th century and the creator of the famous novel 1984. Please welcome George Orwell. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy to talk about my work and the work that inspired. Mr. Orwell, before we talk about your novel, could you tell us a little about yourself? Of course, my real name was Eric Arthur Blair, but I wrote under the name George Orwell. I was born in 1903 and lived through important historical events such as the Spanish Civil War and the Second World War. Those experiences influenced my idea about politics, freedom, and human rights. Okay, your novel 1984 has become one of the most famous books in history. What inspired you to write it? I wanted to warn people about the dangers of totalitarian governments during in my life. I saw how dictators use propaganda, censorship, and fear to control society. My novel is not just a story about the future, it's a warning about what could happen if people allow governments to have unlimited power. One of the most memorable ideas in your novel is Big Brother. What does Big Brother represent? Big Brother represents constant surveillance and absolute control. He reminds citizens that they are always being watched. When people know they are constantly observed, they begin to change their own behavior because they are afraid. That fear becomes a powerful way to control society. Many people believe that 1984 is still relevant today, even though I was published more than 70 years ago. What do you think your message continues to matter? Technology has changed, but many of the dangers remain the same. False information, manipulation, and mass surveillance are still important issues. Every generation must protect freedom, democracy, and the right to think independently. If you could give you one piece of the advice to young people today, what would it be? Never stop asking questions. Always think critically, verify information, and defend freedom of expression. A society that stops questioning authority is a society that risks losing its freedom. Thank you, Mr. Orwell. It has been an honor to learn from you. Your novel reminds us that literary is much more than entertainment. It helps us understand history and encourage us to protect our rights and freedoms. Thank you to everyone who's listening to today's episode of Literary Time Travel Podcast. I'm your host, Rubicel Medina Monterrosa, and I see you next journey through literary history. Bye.